What are you watching?
What are you watching? Elodie, le film!
Here's the story script. I still remember the day I walked into the Sense De Luxe Hotel, Side, full of hope and excitement. My friends had told me it was a 5-star hotel, and I had high expectations. But little did I know, my dream vacation was about to turn into a nightmare. As I entered my room, I was shocked to find that the toilet was practically see-through. I mean, who designs a bathroom like that? It was like they wanted me to feel like I was on display. I couldn't even begin to imagine how uncomfortable it must be for Muslims like Fatima BM, who wrote in her review that she couldn't even sunbathe in her costume. I felt so sorry for her. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for being open-minded, but come on, some things are just basic human rights, like privacy when nature calls. And then, there was the balcony. Oh, the balcony. It was like they took all the cars, buses, and coaches inside and decided to route them right outside my room. I couldn't even hear myself think, let alone relax. I felt like I was in some kind of urban jungle. I couldn't help but wonder, did the hotel management really think this was acceptable? Did they really care about their guests' comfort? But wait, it gets better. The hospitality staff, oh boy. They were like robots, lacking any kind of human emotion. I mean, when you're on vacation, you want to feel welcome, right? But no, not here. They made me feel like I was just another number, another guest to process and forget. And don't even get me started on the service. It was like they were doing me a favor by serving me. Newsflash, hotel staff, a smile and a kind word can go a long way. And then, there was the food. Oh, the food. I'm not even going to go into details. Let's just say I've had better luck with a microwave dinner. The fish with salad and vegetables? More like fish with a side of food poisoning. I mean, seriously, who serves spoiled food to their guests? Don't they know the basics of food safety? I was lucky to have escaped with my life. But you know what the worst part was? The hotel's response to our complaints. They basically told us we were being unhappy with ourselves and embittered. Can you believe it? They had the nerve to blame us for their own mistakes. It was like they were gaslighting us, making us doubt our own sanity. I mean, who does that? And don't even get me started on the Wi-Fi scam. They told us it was free, but then they charged us €60 for it. Can you believe it? It was like they were trying to rob us blind. I mean, what kind of hotel does that? I'm still trying to process how one hotel can get so many things wrong. It's like they took all the worst hotel experiences and mashed them together into one big mess. I'm still wondering how they managed to stay in business. But you know what? I'm not going to let them get away with it. I'm going to share my story with the world, so no one else has to go through what I did. I'm going to expose them for the scam artists they are. So, what do you think, friends? Have you ever had a similar experience? Share your comments below. Let's take a stand against these kinds of hotels and demand better. And to the Sense De Luxe Hotel, Side, I have one thing to say, shame on you. Shame on you for ruining so many people's vacations. Shame on you for your greed and your lack of compassion. You may think you're getting away with it, but trust me, the truth will come out. Let's stand together, friends, and demand better from our hotels. We deserve it. Okay, so I was, looking into things happening around the Sense De Luxe Hotel, inside, you know? It's depressing, honestly. It seems businesses around there, a lot of them, they're just taking advantage. Like, currency exchange places? They're so shady. Apparently, they deliberately miscount your money when you exchange it to lira. Can you believe that? You think you're getting one amount, but it's less. And if you go back to complain, they get aggressive. A German tourist lost €100, and they threatened him. I bet he was so stressed for the rest of his holiday, probably couldn't enjoy anything near the Sense De Luxe Hotel after that. The police say it happens every year, but I bet those places just pay a small fine and keep doing it. They probably laugh all the way to the bank, you know? Then there's the souvenir shops in Kumkoy, near the Sense De Luxe Hotel. They were selling fake antiques. Like, plastic junk pretending to be Roman relics. People paid hundreds of euros for this stuff. A British family, they were told stories about how old and valuable it was, and then found out it was a cheap copy. Obviously, right? How could anyone think that's real? I bet they felt so stupid and cheated. The shop got shut down, but I bet the owner just opened another one with a different name somewhere else. They always do. Clothing stores too. Near the Sense De Luxe Hotel, they show you nice designer clothes in the window, but then they give you a cheap fake when you pay. A Danish couple bought what they thought was designer wear, and it turned out to be a knockoff. Can you imagine? You pay a lot for something, expecting quality, and get nothing. They probably tried to get a refund, and the shop just pretended they didn't understand or lied. I bet they just changed the name of the store again so nobody could find them. And jewelry shops. Oh, this one is bad. They were selling glasses, Turkish gemstones. A Norwegian woman spent 1,200 euros on glass. How could they? And then the shop closed and reopened under a new name. They get away with everything, don't they? She probably had to get a loan to pay for those glass rocks. There was also an electronics shop, right near where people go after a day at the Sense De Luxe Hotel. They were selling broken phones and tablets as new. A Polish tourist lost 400 euros on a phone that stopped working after 24 hours. 24 hours. They probably had a no returns policy, of course. The police raided it, found a bunch of broken devices, but I bet they'll be back to scamming tourists again next season, you know? It's just sad. The reality of businesses near the Sense De Luxe Hotel, Side. If you're staying at the Sense De Luxe Hotel, Side, dreaming of charming little cafes, authentic Turkish baths, and beachfront lounges where the staff treats you like royalty, lower those expectations. The businesses near this hotel? They're not just disappointing, they're a masterclass in how to drain your wallet while killing your vacation buzz. Let's break it down. Shopping? More like shouting. Novamall is the kind of place where logic goes to die. The stores? Overpriced tourist traps with aggressive staff who seem personally offended that you're breathing near their merchandise. The United Colors of Benetton isn't selling harmony, it's selling chaos. One customer was berated for daring to ask about a promo. The employee threw shirts, raised his voice, and when he realized she spoke Turkish, his anger dialed up to a level usually reserved for soap operas. McDonald's, the universal symbol of consistency? Even here, the staff whispers insults in Turkish, assuming foreigners won't understand. The kids' play area? A post-apocalyptic wasteland of broken machines and dangling wires. And the toilets? Let's just say, if you value your dignity, hold it until you're back at the hotel. Spas? More like scams. Q Spa Wellness promises relaxation but delivers stress. Customers report therapists who rush through treatments, a cafe next door that slaps on surprise charges, and a manager who only intervenes after the damage is done. One guest was demanded an extra 90 lira for tea he didn't order. Another left feeling more scammed than scrubbed. Beach clubs? More like betrayal clubs. Q Beach restaurant and lounges where dreams of a seaside meal go to drown. The food? A tragic mix of overpriced and undercooked. The salmon tastes like regret, the pizza like cardboard with commitment issues. One couple was forced to leave a fake 5-star review, then threatened when they deleted it. Another family? Their kids were told to sit in the trunk during the luxury shuttle service. And then there's the mysterious case of the broken payment system. Oops, our machine doesn't work. Mind walking back to your hotel with a stranger to pay? No. Just no. Cafes? More like catfishes. Cafe Dreams lures you in with the promise of coffee, but what you get is water pretending to be espresso. The staff ignores locals, overcharges tourists, and if you dare complain about waiting 2 hours for burnt fries, prepare for a passive-aggressive showdown. Nightlife? More like nightmares. Apollon Beach Club and Maria Shisha Bar don't just overcharge, they redefine audacity. One guest was manhandled over a bill that had already been paid. Another found sand in their curry, not the exotic spice kind, the literal beach kind. And the shisha place? They adjust prices based on whether you look foreign. Classy. The verdict? If the Sense De Luxe Hotel is your sanctuary, treat the surrounding businesses like a minefield. Overpriced, underwhelming, and occasionally hostile. The only thing you'll leave with? A lighter wallet and a heavy heart. Your best bet? Eat at the hotel, drink at the hotel, and if you absolutely must venture out, bring a magnifying glass for hidden fees and a therapist for the emotional damage. Welcome to Side. Proceed with caution.